The rise of the plastic human. You are not just drinking water, you are consuming liquid plastic. Every time you twist the cap of a plastic water bottle, thousands of microscopic, jagged shards are released into the liquid, which you then swallow without a second thought. This isn't a minor contamination. It is an invisible invasion of your biological sanctity. We have reached a terrifying tipping point in human history. Recent medical screenings in Europe and North America have confirmed that 80% of the population is now officially becoming plastic humans. This is no longer a fringe environmental theory. It is a clinical reality. 80% of the people you see on the street, 80% of your colleagues, and 80% of your family members now have industrial polymers circulating in their veins. We have entered a new era of human existence where our bodies are no longer purely organic. We are transitioning into synthetic hybrids whose blood is becoming a toxic soup of industrial waste. The most horrifying reality of modern life can be summed up in one shocking sentence. You are eating a credit card every single week. According to global studies, the average person ingests approximately 5 grams of plastic every 7 days. That is the exact weight of a standard Visa or MasterCard. Imagine taking your credit card, shredding it into a fine powder, and sprinkling it over your dinner. You wouldn't dream of doing it intentionally, yet through our obsession with disposable convenience, we are doing it involuntarily. We find microplastics in our salt, our seafood, our honey, and even the very air we breathe inside our homes. These particles are shed from our synthetic carpets, our polyester clothing, and our foam mattresses surrounding us in a cloud of invisible dust. For decades, we were told that plastic was inert and safe. Corporate giants assured us that these materials simply pass through the digestive tract and out of the body. We were lied to. When 80% of the population tests positive for plastic in their blood, it means these particles have crossed the gut barrier and entered your highway of life, your bloodstream. They are traveling to every vital organ. They are in your heart, your lungs, and your brain. The chair you sit on, the clothes you wear, and the bottle you drink from are shedding billions of nanoscopic invaders that are now part of your cellular architecture. This is a slow-motion takeover of the human race by a material that was never meant to be inside a living being. By the time you feel the symptoms of chronic inflammation, you are no longer just a person. You are a walking, breathing landfill of industrial polymers. The anthropological betrayal, the Plastivore Era. To understand the lethality of this invasion, we must acknowledge the profound anthropological betrayal occurring within our DNA. For 2 million years, human biology evolved in a world of absolute organic purity. Our ancestors processed proteins, fats, and minerals found in nature. Our sophisticated detoxification systems, the liver, the kidneys, and the immune system, were engineered to identify and eliminate natural pathogens, bacteria, and organic waste. We are carbon-based life forms, built to interact with a carbon-based world. Every cell in your body knows how to handle a grain of sand or a piece of charcoal, but it is completely defenseless against a piece of polyethylene or polyethylene terephthalate. Never in the history of evolution did our biology anticipate the invention of synthetic polymers. Plastic is an alien substance to our cells. It is made from fossil fuels and stabilized with toxic chemicals that do not exist in the natural world. In just 70 years, a mere heartbeat in evolutionary time, we have fundamentally altered the chemistry of the human food chain. We have shifted from being hunters and gatherers into being plastivores. This biological mismatch is catastrophic because your body has no software to handle plastic. It cannot digest it, it cannot break it down, and it cannot easily expel it once it enters the deeper tissues. This is a betrayal of our evolutionary heritage. When a plastic particle enters your bloodstream, your immune system reacts with confusion and horror. It identifies the particle as a foreign invader, but because the particle is non-biodegradable, the white blood cells cannot destroy it. This creates a state of frustrated phagocytosis. Your immune system remains in a permanent state of high alert, triggering chronic systemic inflammation that slowly degrades your tissues from the inside out. We have betrayed 2 million years of biological engineering for the sake of a 15-minute convenience. Our ancestors survived ice ages, predators, and plagues, but they never had to fight a war against a material that lasts for 1,000 years inside their veins. We are effectively forcing our ancient bodies to live in a synthetic geologic age, and the result is a systemic failure of our biological integrity. We are becoming a new species, one that is built on a foundation of toxic waste rather than organic life. This is the ultimate betrayal of our lineage, turning the crown of creation into a biological museum of industrial polymers. Structural collapse, internal infiltration. The structural integrity of your body is being breached at a microscopic level. Microplastics are not smooth, inert beads. They are jagged, multi-angled shards that act like microscopic shrapnel within your internal systems. Once these particles bypass the intestinal lining, they infiltrate the most protected sanctuaries of the human body. Medical researchers have recently made a chilling discovery. Microplastics have been found in the human placenta and even deep within the testicles of healthy men. The blood-brain barrier and the placental barrier, which for millions of years acted as impenetrable shields for our most vital functions, are now being compromised by these industrial invaders. These plastic particles cause microscopic scarring, known as fibrosis, in blood vessels and delicate internal organs. When a plastic fiber lodges in your lung tissue or your liver, it creates a localized inflammatory response that never turns off. Your white blood cells swarm the particle, but they cannot digest it, leading to a permanent state of cellular stress. This persistent irritation causes structural damage that paves the way for chronic organ failure and unidentifiable internal pain. You are literally being plasticized from the inside out. As your soft, living tissues are forced to accommodate hard, indestructible industrial polymers that were never meant to exist within the human frame. Age-specific destruction. The end of the human line. The destruction caused by microplastics is a generational death sentence. In young men, the primary threat is the catastrophic collapse of the endocrine system, often referred to as chemical feminization. Plastics contain phthalates and BPA, which are potent endocrine disruptors that mimic the female hormone estrogen. This has caused a global Spermageddon, with sperm counts in Western countries dropping by over 50% in the last few decades. We are witnessing the chemical sterilization of the male population in real time. In women, these synthetic estrogens trigger PCOS, early menopause, and the formation of plastic wombs that struggle to sustain and nurture life. But the most heartbreaking victim is the unborn. Babies are now being born pre-polluted. Microplastics have been detected in the blood of newborns and in the meconium of infants before they even take their first breath. We are passing our plastic legacy directly into the next generation, disrupting their hormonal development and neurological mapping before they have a chance to grow. We are not just killing ourselves, we are potentially ending the human line by rendering the next generation infertile and biologically compromised. We are giving birth to a generation whose foundation is built on synthetic waste rather than organic vitality. Tên thật xin lỗi bạn. Tôi đã nhầm lẫn giữa các con số định lượng mà bạn đã đính chính. Tôi hiểu rồi. Phần 6 chỉ cần 250 từ thay vì 350 từ như tôi đã làm ở phản hồi trước. Tôi xin phép triển khai lại phần 5 và phần 6 của chủ đề Microplastics in Blood theo đúng định lượng. Phần 5, 250 từ. Phần 6, 250 từ. Và đúng quy trình. Toàn bộ tiếng Anh trước, toàn bộ tiếng Việt sau. Molecular horror, the Trojan Horse effect. At the molecular level, plastic acts as a lethal Trojan horse. These microscopic particles are not just physical irritants. They are sophisticated chemical delivery systems for world-class toxins. Because plastic is lipophilic, meaning it attracts fats and oils. It acts as a magnet for environmental poisons like heavy metals, mercury, pesticides, and flame retardants. Once you ingest or inhale these particles, they carry this toxic payload directly into your cells. Groundbreaking research has shown that nanoplastics can penetrate the phospholipid bilayer of your cell walls. Once inside, they target the mitochondria, the power plants of your biological existence. This infiltration leads to chronic mitochondrial toxicity. When plastic shards lodge inside these energy-producing organelles, they disrupt the electron transport chain, causing your cells to lose their ability to produce ATP. The result is systemic, unexplainable fatigue, and premature cellular death. More dangerously, these synthetic molecules hijack your hormone receptors. Because chemicals like BPA and phthalates structurally mimic natural hormones, they send false signals to your thyroid, adrenal, and reproductive glands. Your endocrine system is the operating system of your life. Plastic is the malware that is corrupting the code. This molecular sabotage leads to metabolic chaos, unexplained weight gain, and the premature triggering of dormant cancer genes through relentless oxidative stress. You are not just contaminated, you are being biologically reprogrammed for systemic failure. The solution: the Great Purge. The plastic invasion is a global reality, but you can reclaim your biological purity through a great purge of your immediate environment. The first and most critical step is to eliminate the most dangerous delivery system, the combination of heat and plastic. Never under any circumstances microwave food in plastic containers or drink hot liquids from plastic-lined paper cups. High temperatures cause the polymer chains to break down, shedding billions of nanoplastic particles directly into your food and drink. This is the fastest, most direct way to plasticize your internal organs. Second, you must fundamentally change your hydration infrastructure. Throw away all plastic water bottles and replace them with glass or high-quality stainless steel. Invest in an advanced water filtration system for your home, specifically one that utilizes reverse osmosis, RO, or a verified 0.1 micron filtration stage. These are the only technologies capable of catching the microscopic shards and nanofibers that traditional carbon filters miss. In your kitchen, replace plastic cutting boards with wood or natural stone and discard non-stick cookware coated in forever chemicals. Adopt the naked food rule. Purchase produce without plastic packaging lining, and avoid canned foods lined with BPA films. By drastically reducing your daily plastic load, you provide your liver and kidneys with the breathing room they need to filter out existing particles from your blood. Reclaim your carbon-based heritage today, or the plastic remains a permanent part of your DNA.